Hello and welcome to the IT Governance Podcast for Friday the 7th of April 2023. Here's the news. The outsourcing firm Capita, which has some £6.5 billion worth of public sector contracts, including managing the BBC licence fee and the London congestion charge, has confirmed that what it referred to as a technical issue with its systems on Friday the 31st of March was in fact a cyber incident primarily impacting access to internal applications. According to a statement on its website, the incident disrupted some services provided to individual clients, but the majority of its client services remained in operation. It continued, "Our IT security monitoring capabilities swiftly alerted us to the incident, and we quickly invoked our established and practiced technical crisis management protocols. Immediate steps were taken to successfully isolate and contain the issue. The issue was limited to parts of the Capita network, and there's no evidence of customer, supplier, or colleague data having been compromised. Working in collaboration with our specialist technical partners, including the team of leading cybersecurity experts at Microsoft Incident Response, we've restored Capita colleague access to various systems, and we're making good progress restoring remaining client services in a secure and controlled manner. We will update the market further should there be a need to provide any additional information in due course." The Telegraph reported that a Capita source complained that they'd received no official updates about the IT outage, saying they found out about it from a colleague. "It's understood," the Telegraph said, "that Capita sent mass text messages to its workforce urging them not to log into corporate IT systems, but many of those messages were not received." According to The Guardian, a source familiar with the outage said the National Cybersecurity Centre, the Cabinet Office and other government agencies had been alerted to the incident, given the group's role in sensitive areas such as Royal Navy training centres and security at Ministry of Defence bases. People at sites including critical national infrastructure had resorted to using radios, pens and paper. A Cabinet Office spokesperson said, "We're aware of an incident affecting some systems within Capita, and we're in regular contact with the company as they continue to investigate the issue." Italy's data protection authority, the GPDP, or Garante per la Protezione dei Dati Personali, has banned the popular generative artificial intelligence chatbot ChatGPT after expressing concern about ChatGPT's parent company OpenAI's use of personal data to train its AI model. It also criticised OpenAI for failing to verify the age of its users, potentially exposing minors to inappropriate content in breach of the GDPR, as well as drawing attention to a data breach that ChatGPT suffered on the 20th of March. A bug caused some users to see others' chat titles, the first message of active users' chat history to be visible in others' chat history if both were active at the same time, and the payment details and other information of subscribers who were active during a 9-hour window to be exposed to other users. OpenAI has geo-blocked ChatGPT in response to the order, informing its Italian users that it's issuing refunds to all who purchased a ChatGPT Plus subscription in March and temporarily pausing subscription renewals in Italy so that users won't be charged while ChatGPT is suspended. It continued, "We are committed to protecting people's privacy and we believe we offer ChatGPT in compliance with the GDPR and other privacy laws. We will engage with the Garante with the goal of restoring your access as soon as possible." Chatbots such as ChatGPT often produce output that, although perfectly plausible, is inaccurate or contains false information, including about named individuals. As TechCrunch observes, this looks problematic in the EU, since the GDPR provides individuals with a suite of rights over their information, including a right to rectification of erroneous information. And currently it's not clear OpenAI has a system in place where users can ask the chatbot to stop lying about them. According to Reuters, privacy regulators in France and Ireland have reached out to counterparts in Italy to find out more about the basis of the ban. Germany could follow in Italy's footsteps by blocking ChatGPT over data security concerns, the German Commissioner for Data Protection told the Handelsblatt newspaper. These data privacy concerns will add further weight to the ongoing debate about rapid progress of AI and the extent to which it'll direct our lives in future. OpenAI has 20 days to respond to the GPDP. More bad news for TikTok following a number of high-profile bans in recent weeks, as we've discussed in our last two podcasts. The ICO, or Information Commissioner's Office, has now fined it £12.7 million for breaching the UK General Data Protection Regulation by failing to protect children's privacy. The ICO found that TikTok allowed as many as 1.4 million children under the age of 13 to use its platform in 2020 without parental consent, and failed to carry out adequate checks to identify and remove underage children from its platform, potentially exposing them to harmful content. Imran Ahmed of the Centre for Countering Digital Hate, which produced a report last December about the prevalence of harmful content on TikTok, told The Guardian that TikTok's users are flooded with content that gives them an extremely distorted view of themselves, their bodies, their mental health, and how they compare to other people. He continued, "The algorithm recognizes vulnerability, and instead of seeing it as something it should be careful around, it sees it as a potential point of addiction, of helping to maximize time on the platform for that child by serving them up content that might trigger some of the pre-existing concerns." Commenting on the £12.7 million fine, the Information Commissioner John Edwards said, "There are laws in place to make sure our children are as safe in the digital world as they are in the physical world. TikTok did not abide by those laws." As a consequence, an estimated 1 million under-13s were inappropriately granted access to the platform, with TikTok collecting and using their personal data. This means that their data may have been used to track them and profile them, potentially delivering harmful, inappropriate content at their very next scroll. TikTok should have known better. TikTok should have done better. Our £12.7 million fine reflects the serious impact their failures may have had. They didn't do enough to check who was using their platform or take sufficient action to remove the underage children that were using their platform. In September 2022, the ICO issued a Notice of Intent, a legal document that precedes a potential fine, setting out its provisional view that TikTok had breached UK data protection law between May 2018 and July 2020 by processing the personal data of children under the age of 13 without appropriate parental consent, failing to provide proper information to its users in a concise, transparent and easily understood way, and processing special category data without legal grounds to do so. At the time, the ICO said that TikTok could face a fine of £27 million. The fine was reduced to £12.7 million because the ICO decided not to pursue the provisional finding related to the unlawful use of special category data. A TikTok spokesperson commented, "TikTok is a platform for users aged 13 and over. We invest heavily to help keep under-13s off the platform, and our 40,000-strong safety team works around the clock to help keep the platform safe for our community." While we disagree with the ICO's decision, which relates to May 2018 to July 2020, we're pleased that the fine announced today has been reduced to under half the amount proposed last year. We will continue to review the decision and are considering next steps. IT Governance's CEO Alan Calder observed, "This was a fine that was always going to happen, and it's been pretty inevitable ever since the ICO issued its Notice of Intent last autumn. The UK GDPR is clear that under the age of 13, children must have parental consent to sign up to an online platform. That has been the law since May 2018. Compliance was never going to be easy, but that's not an excuse for ignorance." This isn't the first time TikTok has been fined for such practices either. In 2019, the US Federal Trade Commission fined it $5.7 million, the largest civil penalty obtained by the Commission in a children's privacy case, for illegally collecting personal information from children. That was the news, and that's it for this time. As ever, you can get in touch with us either by leaving a comment on the blog or via Twitter at ITGovPod, that's my account, or at IT Governance. We'll return in a fortnight, but until then, our archive is on SoundCloud, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And you can find everything you need to implement and maintain cybersecurity defense in depth on our website, itgovernance.co.uk.